So to the sylvan lodge they came, that like Pomona's arbor smiled with flowerets decked in fragrant smells. But Eve, undecked, save with herself, more lovely fair than wood nymph or the fairest goddess feigned of three that on Mount Ida naked strove, stood to entertain her guest from heaven. No veil she needed, virtue proof, no thought infirm altered her cheek. On whom the angel hail bestowed the holy salutation used long after to blessed Mary, second Eve. This is the beginning of Book 5. Milton alludes to Pomona's arbor, who is a Roman goddess of fruit trees and gardens, to imply that Eve, a human being, is more beautiful and lovely than Greek goddesses. Even Raphael the archangel states,
Hail, Mother of mankind, whose fruitful womb shall fill the world more numerous with thy sons than with these various fruits the trees of God have heaped this table.
Then the narration comes in again and describes the scenery of the garden. The garden, as the clip shows, it's full of various kinds of flowers and trees. After that, Raphael speaks. Therefore what he gives, whose praise be ever sung, to man imparts spiritual, may of purest spirits be found no ungrateful food, and food alike those pure intelligential substances require as doth your rational, and both contain within them every lower faculty of sense, whereby they hear, see, smell, touch, taste, tasting concoct, digest, assimilate, and corporeal to incorporeal turn. For no whatever was created needs to be sustained and fed. Of elements the grosser feeds the pure, earth the sea. Earth and the sea feed air, the air those fires ethereal, and as lowest first the moon, whence in her visage round those spots unpurged vapors not yet into her substance turned. This is the part where Milton uses an allusion to Greek classics again. He is referring to Aristotle's hierarchy of being, in which all things fall into one of the four strata, either gods, humans, animals, or plants. Then Raphael speaks.
We brush mellifluous dews, and find the ground covered with pearly grain. Yet God hath here varied his bounty so with new delights as may compare with heaven. And to taste think not I shall be nice.
In this portion of Raphael's speech is a comparison between earth and heaven. Such bounties and delights that God has created on earth is comparable to that of heaven, so Raphael's speech ends right here. And now we're going to skip about 10 lines. In those 10 lines, we found something ironic because it's talking about Raphael's transubstantiation, which is transforming material things to spiritual things. But here Milton states that Raphael's eating human food because he feels the real hunger. But transubstantiation would not fulfill his hunger, a humanly aspect that angels don't really possess. This is Milton's foreshadowing part. Meanwhile, at table Eve ministered naked, and their flowing cups with pleasant liquors crowned. O innocence, deserving paradise! If ever, then had the sons of God excused have been enamored at that sight, but in those hearts love unlibidinous reigned, no jealousy was understood, the injured lover's hell. So Milton says their love is completely of pure feelings, but once they know how to feel lust and jealousy, they are basically going to, quotation mark, fall. So then Adam, Eve, and Raphael finish their meal happily, and then once they feel full and happy, Adam, out of his curiosity, brings up a question to Raphael. He asks Raphael why an angel like you would come all the way down to earth and eat with humans.
O Adam, one Almighty is, from whom all things proceed, and up to him return. If not depraved from good, created all such to perfection. One first matter all, endued with various forms, various degrees of substance, and in things that live of life, but more refined, more spirituous and pure, as nearer to him placed or nearer tending, each in their several active spheres assigned, till body up to spirit work, in bounds proportioned to each kind. So from the root springs lighter the green stalk, from thence the leaves more airy, last the bright consummate flower spirit's odorous breeds. Flowers and their fruit, man's nourishment by gradual scales sublimed, to vital spirits aspire, to animal, to intellectual, give both life and sense, fancy and understanding, whence the soul reason receives, and reason is her being, discursive or intuitive. Discourse is oftest yours, the latter most is ours, differing, but in degree, of kind the same. Wonder not then what God for you saw good, if I refuse not, but convert as you, to proper substance. Time may come when men with angels may participate, and find no inconvenient diet, nor too light fare, and from these corporal nutriments perhaps your bodies may at last turn all to spirit, improved by tract of time, and winged ascend ethereal as we, or may at choice here or in heavenly paradise dwell, if ye be found obedient, and retain unalterably firm his love entire, whose progeny you are. Meanwhile, enjoy your fill what happiness this happy state can comprehend, incapable of more. In Raphael's speech, Milton addresses Adam as being perfect. He mentions the hierarchy of beings in which humans are superior to animals, plants, and non-living things, due to the fact that man possesses a rational soul. Raphael states that man and angels are alike yet different, since man's intellect depends on reasoning, whereas angels is more intuitive. Raphael further emphasizes man as being divine, and finally informs Adam of the fact that he can choose whether to live in heavenly paradise or not, depending on his faith towards God. He ends his speech with a foreboding statement, by telling Adam to enjoy the happiness while he can, foreshadowing Satan's seduction and the fall of mankind.